Hello friends, stay home, stay safe. In this video, we will talk about the Delhi Sultanate. With the dawn of the second millennium, India became a center for invaders from Central Asia. These invaders brought in new ideas and religion which had an eternal impact on Indian culture. India has also entered a phase of instability. In the 13th century CE is Common Era, after the death of Muhammad Ghori, five Muslim kingdoms of Turkic origin, and Turkic means people who originated from a region extended from Central Asia to Siberia. Today, countries with significant Turk population include Turkey, Uzbekistan, Iran, China, and Russia. Ruled India. North India was now under the rule of the sultans, and they called their empire the Sultanate. So the question arises, why was the first dynasty of Sultanate called the slave dynasty? The dynasty established by the Qutbuddin Aibak was known as the slave dynasty. Since many of the rulers had originally been military slaves themselves or the descendants of these slaves ruler. So that's why sometimes it is called as Mamluk dynasty or slave dynasty. Qutbuddin Aibak became the Sultan of Delhi. After a brief struggle for power, he started the slave or the Mamluk dynasty. He first strengthened his position. उसने सबसे पहले अपनी पोजीशन को स्ट्रेंथन करने के बारे में सोचा और कहाँ पे लाहौर और दिल्ली के अंदर. इसके बाद उसने एक वॉर करी अगेंस्ट ताज उद्दीन यिल्दिज ऑफ गजनी से और फाइनली उसकी बेटी के साथ शादी कर ली. कुतुबुद्दीन ऐबक हिंदू टेम्पल्स पे अटैक करता था एंड प्लंडर देयर वेल्थ. वो चाहता था कि वो मॉन्यूमेंट्स बनाए जिन मॉन्यूमेंट से उसे मेमोराइज करा जा सकता था उसकी विक्ट्री को, और इसी के साथ उसने कंस्ट्रक्शन शुरू करवाई थी फेमस कुतुब मीनार की. ही ऑल्सो बिल्ट क्वाहत उल इस्लाम मॉस्क्यू विच वॉज द फर्स्ट मॉस्क्यू इन दिल्ली. ही वॉज जस्ट a generous ruler and was given the title of Lakh Baksh or the giver of lakhs. Even in his short rule, he established a firm administrative system and restored peace and prosperity in his empire. Iltutmish was a slave of Qutbuddin Aibak. वो बहुत ही एबल था, हार्ड वर्किंग था और कुतुबुद्दीन ऐबक ने रियलाइज करी थी उसकी पोटेंशियल और उसे प्रमोट करा था रैंक जर्नल की. इन साथ ही साथ उसने अपनी बेटी की शादी भी उनसे कर दी. इल्तुतमिश बहुत ही एफिशिएंट था और वाइस रूलर था. इल्तुतमिश को जो है कई डिफ़िकल्टीज फेस करनी पड़ी. जैसे ही वो राजगद्दी पे बैठा, ये उसके लिए आसान नहीं था. ही प्लीज्ड the Turkish nobles by allowing him grants of jagirs. He suppressed the revolt of stubborn amirs. He reorganized the nobility into a selected group of 40 or the Chalisa. He called Turkan-e-Chahlgani. He won the sympathies of the Muslims by getting his claim to the throne approved by the Khalifa. He introduced the equita system. Under this system, land was assigned to nobles and others in lieu of the salary. He also introduced silver coins called tanka and copper coins called jittal. These coins were used throughout the Sultanate period. It was generally regarded as the founder of Delhi Sultanate. It was he who was the first ruler to choose Delhi as the center of his power. He shifted his seat from Lahore to Delhi, which remained the capital of the Muslim rulers up to the advent of the Mughal dynasty. इल्तुतमिश ने कई सारे डैम्स, कैनाल्स बनवाए थे. लोगों की इम्प्रूव करना चाहता था वो लिविंग कंडीशंस को. वो फर्स्ट मुस्लिम रूलर था साउथ एशिया का जिसने कि कंस्ट्रक्शन कंप्लीट करवाई थी कुतुब मीनार की, जिसे शुरू करवाया था कुतुबुद्दीन Aibak ne. He welcomed scholars in his empire. He was deeply a religious man. He constructed a mosque at Ajmer. It was during his rule that the Mongols attacked India for the first time under the leadership of Genghis Khan. Iltutmish died a natural death, ruling for 26 years. Iltutmish had nominated his daughter Razia as a successor, क्योंकि उसे ये बात पता था कि उसके बेटे जो है they are not worthy for his throne. पर उसका ब्रदर फिरोज उसने असेंट करा था थ्रॉन को. वो अनपॉपुलर था नोबल्स के बीच में और सून रजिया टुक ओवर एज अ फर्स्ट फीमेल सुल्तान. रजिया को ग्रूम्ड करा था इल्तुतमिश ने. वो बहुत अच्छे तरीके से आर्ट एंड वारफेयर एंड एडमिनिस्ट्रेशन चलाना जानती थी. रजिया प्रूव टू बी एन एफिशिएंट एंड इफेक्टिव रूलर but against Muslim rules. She dressed in a muslin attire and sat on the, और वो throne पे बैठती थी without a veil, क्योंकि वो चाहती थी उसके पास जितनी भी ड्यूटीज़ है उन्हें वो unhesitantly कंप्लीट करे ट्रूथफुली. शी वॉज डिप्लोमैट एंड वाइज. शी ट्राइड, उसने ट्राई करा कि वो चेक करे पावर नोबल्स की, बट अल्टीमेटली वो फेल हो गई उन्हें अपने कंट्रोल में करने के लिए. द चालगान और चालीसा, अ ग्रुप ऑफ 40 नोबल्स, wanted पावर इन देयर हैंड. They revolted and succeeded in deposing her. They placed Nasiruddin Mahmud, her brother, on the throne. After Razia Sultan, a number of less important rulers came to power. गयासुद्दीन बलबन. गयासुद्दीन बलबन एक्चुअली स्लेव था इल्तुतमिश का. बलबन बहुत ही इंपॉर्टेंट नोबल था उनके कोर्ट के अंदर. वो पावरफुल ग्रुप 40 चालीसा या चालगन नोबल्स में से एक था. बलबन ने एक्चुअली वर्क शुरू करा था एम्पायर बिल्डिंग का. Before him, the control of Delhi sultans hardly went beyond fortified towns occupied by the garrisons. Garrison is a group of soldiers who are living in and guarding a town or building. Very little was done to control the hinterland surrounding these garrison towns. बलबन जो है वो बहुत ही श्रूड था. वो बहुत गुड डिसीजंस लेता था क्योंकि वो सिचुएशन को बहुत अच्छे से समझता था. उसने जो है बलबन ने अटेंशन पे करा था टूवर्ड्स अ कंसोलिडेशन ऑफ टेरिटरीज अंडर हिम. द थ्योरी ऑफ kingship was that the king is the representative of God on earth, so everybody must obey him. Those who came to see him, be it the nobles or common man, had to do sajda उसकी प्रेजेंस के अंदर. और ये प्रैक्टिस इन्वॉल्व करती थी नी डाउन होके टच करना ग्राउंड को और अपने फोरहेड से. इस और वो ये भी कहता था कि पीपल हैज़ टू किस द फीट ऑफ द किंग. और ये दोनों प्रैक्टिसेस ही जो हैं ये कुछ सेक्शन सोसाइटी का लोग उसे नहीं फॉलो करते थे बिकॉज दे वर अगेंस्ट द इस्लामिक लॉ. दे बिलीव दैट ऑल द मेन आर इक्वल एंड सजदा वॉज रिजर्व्ड ओनली फॉर गॉड. ही क्रश्ड मेनी रिबेलियंस and ruled the empire with an iron hand. He had many armed guards. The nobles had to wear a special dress. No one was allowed to drink or even smile in his court. He had a very good network of spies who kept him updated about any political development. In order to check the advances of the Mongols, Balban reorganized the army and built new forts. He managed to curb the Mongol raids. All his successors were weak and inefficient. Balban died in 1286. After the death of Balban, the question arises of succession. His successors were weak and the Sultanate became even more fragile, mainly because of the internal aggression. Malik Firoz, who was a noble in the court, killed Sultan Qamoos and occupied the throne. He adopted the title of Jalauddin Khilji and began the Khilji dynasty. Jalaluddin was an extremely generous and pious person and ascended the throne at the age of 70. He pardoned even those who were revolted against him and gave up war. His reign was extremely short-lived. His nephew and son-in-law was Alauddin Khilji, who helped put down the unrest and defended the Sultanate. Ultimately, he killed Jalaluddin and proclaimed himself the Sultans of Delhi. Alauddin Khilji region is considered as the golden era of Khilji's rule. Alauddin was an ambitious young man He believed that defense, consolidation, and expansion could all go together. He also wanted to conquer the world and often referred to himself as the second Alexander or Sikandar-e Seni. During Alauddin region, the Mongols invaded India 5 times, but every time Alauddin journals repulsed their attack with heavy losses to them. But these repeated attacks made Alauddin think over the whole problem in a serious way and make strong arrangements to check the Mongols. In pursuit of his policy of expansion and conquest, he conquered Gujarat, Ranthambore, Chittor, and Malwa. Alauddin was the first to attack Chittor, overcome by a fanatical desire to acquire the beautiful queen Padmini, who committed Johar according to Rajput tradition. Administration of Alauddin Khilji. He was very able administrator. He followed the policy of expansion and consolidation. The land and property which was given to the nobles as equitas, gifts or religious endorsements were taken back by the government. Marriage parties and social gatherings of the nobles were restricted. Drinking wine in public was prohibited. An efficient spy system was organized. Excess of money from the nobles was extracted by heavy taxes. The prices of all the articles were fixed. He kept the prices of essential goods very low. Market officers were appointed to keep a check on the prices. Land revenue for the land was refixed. In the Doab, the fertile land between the Ganga and Yamuna rivers, the tax was raised to 1.5 of the total produce. The revenue records were kept up to date. After the end of Khilji dynasty, there was again disorder. Ghazi Malik, who was part Turkish and part Mongol, was initially a slave under Balban. He took over the throne by killing Khusro Khan. He adopted the title of Ghiyasuddin Tughlaq and became the founder of the Tughlaq dynasty. Muhammad bin Tughlaq was a learned man. He was a scholar of mathematics, philosophy, astronomy, logic, medicine, and physical sciences. He had a sharp memory, but all his scholars qualities failed him in his practical life. According to Ibn Battuta, Muhammad bin Tughlaq was in fact a great scholar but a strange man. He offended the orthodox ulema. That is why they also called him a mixture of opposites. Some of his plans did look strange and almost ruined his empire. First is transfer of the capital. The Sultan ordered his capital to be transferred from Delhi to Devagiri in the Deccan. Now, he named the new capital as Daulatabad. It was an unwise step because the people suffered many hardships on the way. Second, token currency. The Sultan thought of an ambitious plan. It was to issue a token currency. As such, copper coins were issued, which had the same legal value as that of the gold and silver. Like his other schemes, this step also proved disastrous. Gold and silver currency disappeared from the market, and goldsmiths start minting copper coins at their home. As the government had no control over the currency, these coins easily came into circulation. As a result, trade suffered and the foreign traders lost faith in the currency. फिरोज शाह तुगलक. मोहम्मद बिन तुगलक की डेथ के बाद उसका कज़न फिरोज शाह तुगलक he ascended the throne. He inherited a devastated economy. Many provinces had asserted their independence. Administration was in a state of ruin and people were discontented. The empire was very large and it was not easy to control. So he made every effort to establish the economy and the empire. He reduced the burden of taxes on the people. Only 4 types of taxes were imposed and 26 were removed. He was intolerant towards the Hindus and encouraged conversion to Islam. He gave privilege to Qazis. The Hindus, including the Brahman, had to pay the jizya tax. This is a tax that was only paid by the Hindus. He earned the title of idol breaker by destroying temples like Jwalamukhi temple and the temple at Puri. This partiality for the Muslims made the Hindu disloyal to them. He established the first religion school, the madrasa. He established a charitable hospital called Dar ul Shafa near Delhi. He maintained many gardens. Firoz Shah was a patron of learning, and under his rule, Sanskrit religion texts were translated into the Persian. He introduced a better coinage system. After the death of Muhammad Tughlaq, Khazar Khan, the governor of Multan and Taimur's deputy in India, marched upon Delhi. He defeated Daulat Khan and occupied the throne of Delhi. He led the foundation of the new dynasty of the Sayyids. This dynasty ruled till AD 1451 when its last ruler, Alauddin Alam Shah, was defeated by Bahol Lodi, a Lodi chief and governor of Lahore. Behlol Lodi was the founder of the Lodi dynasty. He was a generous ruler. He brought peace and order in the country. Behlol Lodi died and was succeeded by his son Sikandar Lodi. Sikandar Lodi, whose real name was Nizam Shah, ascended the throne of Delhi. He is believed to be the greatest ruler of the Lodi dynasty. He founded the city of Agra and made it headquarters of his army. Sikandar was a great administrator. Like Balban, he maintained the dignity of his office. Trade was promoted through better and protected roads. Ibrahim Lodi. Ibrahim Lodi was the last king of the Delhi Sultanate. He was the son of Sikandar Lodi and he sat on the throne of Delhi in AD 1517. He was peevish and ill-tempered and lost the sympathy of his relatives and nobles. Revolts broke out everywhere. Alam Khan, his uncle, went to Babur in Afghanistan and invited him to invade Delhi. Babur, the Mughal king of Afghanistan, invaded India. He reached Panipat near Delhi in AD 1526. There was a furious battle between the forces of Babur and Ibrahim. Ibrahim was defeated and killed. Thus, Delhi Sultanate came to an end. Babur founded the Mughal Empire in India. So, in the end, this is the flowchart showing the various sultans of Delhi. Hope you will like my video. So please share and subscribe it. And don't forget for the bell icon for the next notification. Thank you. Stay home. Stay safe. Bye-bye.